Hey everybody, it's Mark Anthony, aka the Peak State Trainer, back with you again. Wanted to kind of just put a short little video together to talk a little bit about some myths about multi-level marketing. To talk about what is perceived as multi-level marketing. Does multi-level marketing work? Is multi-level marketing a scam? Is it a pyramid scheme? What is it all about? So what I wanted to do is kind of talk a little bit about some of the pitfalls that people fall into, and to kind of dive in to find out, what MLM is all about and direct selling is all about. So for people that don't know me, I've been in the direct selling network marketing space for over 20 years now, and built very successful business doing so, and some very successful team. And now in the past couple of years we've kind of tailored that to online. But let's talk a little bit about, if you're looking for an opportunity, a work from home opportunity, you're probably being inundated every day about opportunities that are out there via the internet, work from home, no money down, whether it's selling juices or tonics, or it's selling travel or prepaid legal advice, or whatever is out there, knives, I mean, household items, anything. um, it's always People always ask me, because I've been in the space so long, does MLM work? You know, it seemed to direct selling seemed to work for you, but does it work for everybody? The truth of the matter is that over 90% of people that start a direct selling company, or business rather, isn't going to make it. And that's just the cold hard facts. So, what separates the 10% of the people that make it from the 90% that don't? And it's really simple. A lot of people that get into MLM or direct selling companies, what they typically they do is they get really excited up front, and they jump on in, and they buy product, and they go out there and they start trying to they go out there basically without a game plan. If they're lucky enough to have a good sponsor or upline, or somebody that brought them into the business, that's great. And what they'll usually do is they'll tell them to, and stop me if you heard this, make a list of everybody you know. So if everyone that you know um, is on your Facebook or in your phone or what have you, everyone carries their smartphone everywhere. So make a list of everybody you know, and they're gonna work off that list. And you know, for me, when I'm advising folks on my team, or brand new people to the space, or brand new people to my opportunity, that's not the first step that we take. Okay, that's definitely not a first step. So that's number one pitfall, is working. They call it on a warm list. It's not a warm list, and I'll explain to you in a minute why it's not a warm list. The next thing that they do is they tell people to just go up and to approach strangers, okay, and to go, walk around malls, or if you're selling a weight loss or wellness product, to go into gyms, or to go into what have you. I mean, tanning salons or whatever. Um, you know, does that work? Sure, absolutely does. But the truth of the matter is that there's a lot of people that are going to feel completely um, overwhelmed by doing this. Okay, they're not going to have the confidence to go in there sometimes, and to be able to talk about it, because they may not think they know enough about the product. That's pitfall number two. Is this is just bad advice, and it's basically worked back in the 1970s, 80s, in multi-level marketing. Basically when Amway made their way, their way in the world, and companies like that. But times have changed, and the way that people do business is changed. If you kind of take a look at even the hit show, the Shark Tank, you see those sharks usually are investing in businesses that are actually direct to consumer products. So MLM, and if you talk to any, you know, Bill Gates, the richest man in the world, was interviewed and asked recently what his thoughts were about MLM, and he said if he had to do it all over again and he didn't have Microsoft, he would have started an MLM company or been part of an MLM company, and that's pretty powerful stuff. The reason why is that the reason why that is people that are wealthy or successful in business, they understand the power of residual income, and not every opportunity though out there is created equal. Just want to let you know that there are some great opportunities, but not every single one is created equal. People ask me, what should I be looking for in a solid MLM? Number one, you want to be looking for a company that's been doing business for an awful long time with growth. Okay, that's the key caveat to that is company could be around forever, but if they're not actually growing, then why would you want to be a part of that company? So you want to be in a company that's in growth mode. Startups, people ask me about that all the time. Is a startup a great? It depends on the product, and the facts are, most MLM companies, direct selling companies, only last about 5 years in the marketplace. So if you find a company that's been there 10, 20, 30, 40 years, that's kind of the avenue that I kind of steer my clients to. But to be honest with you, most of them end up looking at the opportunity that I'm in, and they get an opportunity to be able to work side by side with me, which is which I'm humbled and grateful to be able to do that, to be able to share that. So sustainability in the marketplace, not more importantly than anything too is you got to be able to believe in the product. Like if you're trying to just get into an MLM and you're not using the product, don't waste your time. I mean, it's just a waste of time. What you want to do then is just downgrade from becoming a business partner in that MLM to becoming a customer and a consumer of the product. That way, there's no stress on you. You're not, stressed to go out and find new people or anything like that. So that's really, really important. Um, you know, for me, there's three fundamental principles that we live by in my opportunity. Is number one, we take the product. We are products of the product. We consume the product every single day. And in order for me personally, and to work with somebody in an MLM space, in my MLM space, they have to be taking the product. They have to be consuming the product. They have to be their number one customer. And if you're taking notes, that's the number one key note that I would take down is you have to be your number one customer to be successful. um, you know because if you're not taking the product and you're not being your number one customer, how can you expect anyone else in the marketplace, A, to take you seriously, and B, to believe anything you're saying? If they're asking you about your products and if they work, um, and you're not taking them, well, then you're basically just selling. In our opportunity, we're sharing. That's what we do, is we share opportunity, we share product. But number one, we are product driven and we take all the products. Number two is we advertise. We advertise a whole bunch of different ways. We advertise by wearing a button, or as you can see right now, or advertise by wearing the brand of the company, and also through social media and branding it out before and after pictures, because I'm in the wellness, the health and wellness space. um, the other thing is, by not only branding yourself, also is by talking to people. And This is where it's kind of changed, all right, and this is kind of where the pitfall number one I was telling you about, where the make the list of all the people out there, and what usually people advise you to do when you get started. When you get started in an MLM, that is perceived to be a warm list of folks. Now, I'm not saying that anyone in that list of friends might not be interested in your opportunity, or your products. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that there's definite ways of being able to talk to those folks without pressuring them to buy something or to join your opportunity. And I can give you a little tidbit or a little golden nugget that we use right now, is that when you have somebody that's a friend of yours, or because you want to let everyone know that you're in business, you can simply put a post out there on Facebook or on Instagram or Twitter or whatever your means of social media exposure you want to expose your product or opportunity out there, and you would just want to put out there, instead of asking them for a sale or for them to join you, what you're asking for is their support. What you're asking for them is to back you up, and kind of just like, hey, I'm starting this new business. I'm really, really excited about it. And if you had a testimonial, you would insert your testimonial there. That's why it's very important to be on that product. This is, I've been on the product. This is what it's done to me. I want to go out and help other people. And all I'm asking for all of you folks out there, my friends, is support. Cheer me on, pass the word along, let them know that, if they're looking to do XYZ, to come see me, just to let everyone know that you're open. Because more times, it happens a lot where some people are so embarrassed to even mention what they're doing. They go back on their Facebook page, or they go on social media, and they find out, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road, that their friends are doing something, maybe the same thing that they were doing, or a competitor of theirs, and they're doing that because they weren't told by you that you were actually in that space. So you want to let everyone know that you're basically open for business, but do it in a real tactful way. We go into more detail and more training on that, and if that's something you're interested into, obviously I'd be happy to speak more about that in greater detail, because we give you an exact system on how to approach these folks, and talk to building an audience. Um, also with MLM, the reason why so many MLMs or MLM has a bad rap is because people always have the perception that the person that enrolls you or sponsors you or mentors or you know sponsors you into the business, your upline, right? They will collect all the money and you do all the work. And that's kind of the myth that's gone on since the beginning, I think, of multi-level marketing. That's not the truth. The truth of the matter is that when you find an opportunity that has a great comp plan, okay, is that those who do and you want to make sure the comp plan is really, really strong, and that's why the companies have been around for a long time and in growth mode, okay. Those are the companies that I would actually recommend. When you look at companies like that, the comp plans are set up in a way where people that you sponsor below you can actually jump you in the comp plan, because maybe they outwork you, or maybe they're going, maybe you're doing it part-time with a part-time mentality, and they're doing it full-time or part-time with a full-time mentality, and they want to run and you want to walk. The great thing about it is that with the right opportunity, they can jump you, um, and they can make more money than you will, and that's just basically finding the right opportunity to do that. That's why one of the other reasons why I chose my opportunity, over 20 some years ago, because it's, I've seen every marketing plan out there known to man, all the new and the old. You can't beat the marketing plan. A lot of the new companies out there are front loading a lot of money up front in their marketing plans. That's just the smoke and mirrors, guys. Basically, the money should be on the back end because it's more sustainable. That back end money should be, building a business, that's strong with a really strong foundation. But the real strong foundation, again, goes back to what we talked about before: is finding a company that is built around the company's product. One of the biggest red flags that you'll find out there in the industry is that when companies are out there and they're leading with the business, well, that could be a big red flag, okay? Because you really want to lead with your product. You can draw people in for the business that want to make extra money, but for example, you join up with me and become part of my team, the first thing that we sit down and we do is we get you on the product. We get you on the product because we get a result. We get a result so we can take the result to the marketplace and have a testimonial, because that's the most powerful thing. Those are the things that, obviously are going to encourage other folks to take a shot and take a chance and get on your product. So again, as I said before, I'm in the health and wellness industry. So whether people have to lose weight, gain weight, better their health, their good nutrition, need more energy, whatever, the first thing we do, get them on the product, get a result on the product, take the result to the marketplace. Because the result, and we don't have to wait a month. The result can be in one day, because I know when they get on our product, I know that they're going to get a result in one day, with increased energy, decreased appetite. They're going to feel really, really full and feel great. And they're going to be able to take that one day result out there to the marketplace and get rocking and rolling and hit the ground running. So, those are some of the things that you really want to concentrate on when you're looking for a work from home, direct selling, multi-level marketing. Are there scams out there? I'm sure. I'm not here to bash any company at all. Um, all I want you to know is do your due diligence, do your homework, studying folks in person, doing a lot of personal development throughout the years, through the great Jim Rohn, and um, he taught me, that that the importance of doing of educating yourself, the importance of getting educated on what you're doing or what you're sharing. That's so important. And in today's market, every technology is changing so much. So you definitely want to see a company that's actually, like I said, is not only been around for a while, but it's in growth mode. So I encourage all of you to do your homework and take a look at it. And we're going to be back with a series of videos on talking about how to generate leads, how to maximize an online work from home business for real, and be mentored by me. I don't, I've been getting inundated by requests to be mentored because of the success we've been having online. So I encourage you guys, if you're interested, to learn about a real opportunity in the from an online in the health and wellness space, with a deep, rich, long history of over 30 plus years, excuse me, in the market. You definitely want to either click on the link below, or you could just copy and paste the link or send me an email. And if you do that, I will personally get back to you and provide my information, my personal information, so that we can have a conversation and we can find out together if this is the right fit for you, as far as my opportunity that I have, because the sky's the limit. I know I've done the research on all of them. I'm not saying all of them don't work. I just know what I've been doing and what I continue to do, and the evolution of what we're done from taking it from the streets, as far as talking to people and gathering customers, to taking it online. Saves time, saves money, saves effort. It's non-invasive, and it converts at a much higher level. So do your research, take a look. I hope these little tips really helped in trying to find the right opportunity for you. Um, all comes down to personal preference. The main thing is like the great Jim Rohn, my mentor, taught me that for things to change, you have to change, and for things to get better, you have to get better. So if you're expecting to get a different result than what you had before, then you have to do something different. So I encourage all you guys to click on the link so we can get to know each other, maybe talk a little bit about opportunities, and I could share with you what I'm currently doing now and been doing for the past 20 years. And maybe you can come and join me, and I can mentor you, and we can take this thing to a whole nother level. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the information. Hope you got value from the information. Click on the link below so we can connect, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.